Hey Mom, how are you?
I'm good, Will. How are you?
I'm great. So, do you want to tell me a story from your life that kind of describes who you are as a person?
Sure. I'll kind of start with this. Like growing up, my parents always taught me to be my own person, not to follow the norm or do what everybody tells me what to do. And I hope that I pass that on to you as well, because that's something that my family truly believed in. That you don't have to be what everybody else thinks you should be. And one of the stories that makes me think of that is in high school, when it came time for my prom. There was a lot going on in the school. They thought that the dresses were getting a little too racy and people were showing too much skin. So they threw out all of these rules about the kind of dress that you could wear to your prom. And so this made it very difficult for a lot of the girls. And shopping for a dress, you couldn't buy a dress that wasn't strapless or spaghetti straps or whatever. I mean, they had rules of how thick the spaghetti straps would have to be in order for you to wear them. So people were having to buy dresses and alter them so that they could wear them to the dance.
Wow.
And I just thought that that was not right. I didn't like being told what I could or couldn't wear. Not that I would have worn a racy dress, but just the fact that they were telling me I couldn't just really frustrated me. And the one thing I noticed on their list is they had all these long things for what you could wear for a dress, or you could wear a tuxedo. And they neglected to state that you had to be male or female to wear either one. So I decided to wear a tuxedo to my prom. And when I told my date that that's what I wanted to do, it was my boyfriend. We'd been dating for about 6 months. And he was like me, where didn't believe in the norm either. But the first thing he said is, please don't tell me I have to wear a dress. And so I did tell him, no, you don't have to wear a dress, but I would like to wear a tux. So he was great with that. He was a good sport about it. We both wore black tuxes. I had one with tails, and I wore high heels with it, so I looked very stylish. And he wore one that was straight. And he wore Converse All-Star high tops with his, because they also neglected to state what kind of shoes you had to wear with the tuxedo. So it was one of those moments where, even looking back at the pictures, I'm really proud that I did make that stand, because even when I got to the dance, like all my friends thought it was just cool that I would do that, because I hadn't told anyone that I was going to do that. And then the others, the administration, they couldn't say anything because it said in the rules that you could wear a tuxedo. It didn't say you had to be a man to wear a tuxedo. So actually, what was really even cooler than that is then the next year, there was a group of about 15 girls that all went and wore tuxedos to the
Wow.
prom. So it kind of started a movement that they couldn't really tell us what to wear. So I do hope maybe they change the rules a little bit, but maybe, back then, probably not. But at least I got my way of still being me and wearing what I wanted to wear and not being told what I had to wear, and being a little bit different.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mom.
You're welcome.